It should go without saying that there is a great deal of importance in being able to prioritize and recognize when you've got too much on your plate. Without that skill, you're likely to overwhelm yourself just like we saw Twilight do in a flurry of emotions, and quite possibly let down those that you care about. Throughout my life, I can only name a few people who have made a promise to me that they were both willing and able to keep. I have noticed a seemingly cultural lack of desire to tell someone no when we're asked for help. Often for reasons of not realizing that we are unable to help, wishing to spare the feelings of whoever asked us for help, or even the occasional malicious sabotage. But a lot of things in life cannot be accomplished alone. So if someone asks you for your support like Nurse Redheart did, or if they ask you for your help like Cadence and Shining Armor did, then your word becomes part of their strategy to make it through that challenge. Failing to follow through with that could be detrimental to their self-esteem, hurt their trust in you, and worsen whatever situation it was that required your help. Thus, the solution here, as well as going forward, should be simple for all of us. If someone asks you for your help, it is important to first assess whether or not you are both willing and able to help before granting a commitment and giving an honest answer from the beginning. Unfortunately, Twilight found herself choosing between family and a commitment to the children's ward. And although there's usually a creative solution to this type of problem, it's still a difficult choice, and each instance is a case-by-case scenario. So all we can do is be honest with ourselves and others while putting forth our best effort to do what is right. I had no problem with that half of the lesson. But it was when Twilight blamed herself for reprimanding Flurry Heart for her tantrum that the problems arose for me. Flurry Heart is an infant, a toddler at best. They can be fidgety and easily bored, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just being a toddler. But that's why they require undivided attention, lest there be destruction and possibly an injury. But none of this means that they should be immune to reprimand. If anything, that age is one of the best times to establish a foundation of authority and behavioral expectations. A toddler may need to be reminded frequently of things such as not to play with their food, or to wander away from a guardian, or throw a temper tantrum, but if the reinforcement is consistent, then it will be much more likely to stick with them as they grow into childhood. Now, let's put you in Twilight's position where you have to reprimand someone for putting the health of others at risk. Yes, yelling at a child will likely upset them, but what will they learn from that experience if you instantly apologize for it? It shows them that any time an authority figure gets upset, it's the authority's fault, leading them to ignore their own role in the situation, such as their behavior, or their lack of listening to reason which called for them to be appealed to at their baser instincts in the first place. This completely discredits the authority. Then, we'll be lucky if they grow up acting like Trixie. It often gets much worse when the bad behavior goes undisciplined, enabled, or even encouraged. I see this theme quite often, and it makes me beg the question of why our culture believes this. We've had several episodes that encourage enacting negative consequences, such as the mysterious Ne'er-Do-Well, Wonderbolt Academy, or 28 Pranks Later. But in similar situations, such as One Bad Apple and A Flurry of Emotions, it's posed that disciplining children makes the disciplinarian into an antagonist. Why is that a problem here? Wouldn't we want to create a correlation of negative feedback to negative behavior when the scales of physical and emotional damage for everyone involved are much smaller, and the ability to recover and learn from the experience is much higher? If anything, it would widely prevent a lot of the issues that we saw in those aforementioned episodes. The closest thing to an explanation I've ever gotten is that toddlers and younger children aren't capable of this level of comprehension. But frankly, these justifications have always come from those with inadequate experience. Whereas everybody with an abundance of practical and earnest effort experience says that children are very capable of understanding expectations, consequences, and social cues, even at infancy. So we just have to teach them. Ultimately, this could be looped back to the beginning with Twilight's lack of ability to say no. If she had been able to do this, she would have been able to give either the task of visiting the foals or babysitting Flurry Heart her undivided attention. Or, even if she had done both, she would have, to at least a degree, lessened the damage that Flurry Heart had done throughout the course of that day. If the rest of us can remember to knuckle down and tell someone no when it's the right time, be it for the purpose of not making promises that we can't fully commit to, or to help teach those that we are in charge of, then perhaps we can avoid these issues for ourselves entirely. And that's the moral of the story. If you have any comments, critiques, or suggestions, you can send me a message by following Brawny Buck on Tumblr or sending an email to bronydebates@gmail.com. This video was supported by all of my generous supporters on Patreon. Please check out their content links in the description. You can also see how you can join them in supporting my channel and what you would get in return. Have a great day, and I look forward to hearing from all of you soon.